Hi. How are you? You look great. Well lit. The question is, are we well lit? We are now. Thank you for being here. Thank you for coming to our Makeup Sick show. It was not I who was sick, but Martin. But it's been like 4 months and he's much better now.
I'm good now. That was a real shit time. Trust me, no one wanted to see the show that I was putting on that night. This is pretty much our whole show. We do these 2 chords and we talk to you, we give you compliments. Talk about vomiting in a Western Massachusetts hotel.
I had a great time. I didn't get the mystery sickness. I'm not sure if I believe it was real. I believe you. I believe you.
That doesn't seem real now. Getting thrown under some trains already tonight. She stood like a wolf in the doorway. The others laid bare on the ground. Now she makes her bed out in Brooklyn instead, and I sleep with the goddamn hounds. Her voice for a moment of lenience, her words for the coin in your jar, while she pays her dues as another man's muse. I still can't tell my head from my heart. I cannot know all that I am, lest I forget I'm a decent man. Now she drinks and I smoke as we please to, while the other men fall to their knees. And a trifling part in the back of my heart says, if ever that coward is me, maybe if I beg some old saint for her patience, and then sold it to pay for a time, till I wake up one day and to all my dismay, that old face in the coffin is mine. I cannot know all that I am, lest I forget I'm a decent, oh, I'm a decent man. driving South 101. Got a parking ticket in a state park in Oregon. I didn't see the sign, but I rarely do now, do I? Smoke in my eyes. Pulled over for a glass and a plate and a smoke break. You like half-empty dives, and I like Christmas in May. And the lights went out, and I could not see my own hands, and the walls began to dance. World ended, with a temper just as grim as you are tender. Never close, I make the most of my own surrender. World ender, world ender. Clocked out for a minute, hands at 6 and 3. You thought we'd never make it to see our angel in Silver Lake, but we did, and we'll do it again. World ended, with a temper just as grim as you are tender. Never close, I make the most of my own surrender. World ender, world ender.
Thank you.
If you were here last time we were here, which by the way, give a big hand to Troy Millette for opening the show. Troy was here the last time we were here too, and we had such a great time that we thought, let's just do that whole thing again. Let's try to catch lightning in a bottle twice. And so far it's working. It's going all right. But if you were here last time, you know that we love Vermont, because we talked about it at length, how much we love your state. And we often think about leaving Maine and moving over here. So it's a joy to be here. Thanks so much for joining us, and yeah, thanks for just having your shit together here in Vermont. It's really nice. This is a brand new song. It's about getting older. It's called Angry Child. You can guess which one of us is the angry child. Brave bottles crowd the ocean floor, bound by rot, the scapegoats of their sails. Men on the shore, oh, the bastards of our natural war, may have lost this time, but no one's keeping score. Courage straightens up its chin, burns the maps and runs with upraised arms into the wind. Oh, and fortune tears it limb from limb. Says that bed looks warm, but I'm not coming in. Now charm still spars with misbelief, till time has rung its bell and captained one onto its knees. Oh, more stubborn than an old oak tree. But when she smiles, she shows her teeth. And now havoc wreaks itself to sleep. Plunder stacked in pride and sinks its roots in far too deep. And in this darkness only hate can see. So keep your fires burning for me. Thick-skinned and ever-growing old, desire cries and tries to reason with your soul, saying, I know I could keep you company. Greed grins eagerly, says it's goddamn easy being me. Last time we played this song was at Newport Folk Festival on in Newport, Rhode Island. And they have this thing, this band called Illiterate Light. And they set up this thing called the bike stage. And the whole idea is it's to draw attention to the fact that we're using a lot of energy and we should try to be more sustainable both on the road and just in general. And so the way they're doing it is they have these solar panels and they have a bunch of bikes, and then people biking powered the stage. And so when I first saw it, I was like, that's a very Vermont thing to do. And then as we were getting ready for the show, we were like, all right, well, let's do something fun, and we'll play our last song on the bikes, and we'll pedal while we play. And we chose to do this song, and it was a good idea before we actually did it. And then, as it turns out, it's like one of our longer songs. It's one of our faster songs. It's got a bunch of finger-picking parts, and doing all this stuff while also pedaling a bike was more difficult than I thought it would be. So I'm really just bringing this up because I wanted you all to know about the bike stage, because I feel like that's a Vermont staple of the future. And also because I'm really glad that we're not riding bikes right now. So thank you. Some rug bunchage going on up here.
Can't have a rug bunch.
Yeah.
So uncomfortable.
Weird rug on rug action.
I mean, that's great. And fine, actually. But the rug bunching is not.
I said I am no evil man. Then I paused as if convinced of what that meant. I braced myself and faced my doubts, not surprised but unprepared for such an arduous descent. If I ever knew I loved you, it was then. Said, don't you hide your eyes from me. I will wreck your guesswork or worries one by one. When they're buried in some deep dark sea, you'll be mine, and so my mind, it's spun and spun. But it was over by the time it had begun. Said I will not chase these storms while our tongues gave all our wickedness away. And I said ours will be no hollow home. Though made of stone, these walls alone won't keep you safe. With each downpour we discover what it takes. Sailor out of me. You'll set out with the morning sun. I'm alone and slow to gather up my lead. Up in arms, it's just a guard our thinning dreams. Caroline up, Caroline up. Dare I say these words for? I don't speak unless I mean to. Someone told me all your sails were raised, so I stood upon the mooring of the bay, both eyes closed in hopes your colors haven't changed. eyes closed in hopes your colors haven't changed.
I really like you people. You give a calming vibe. Lots of love back at us. I don't know if you mean to, but that's what I feel. I love you too. Is it too soon to say? Okay, thank you. I think I heard the most gentle drink shaking of my life during the last song. That's ice on metal. That felt like a hug. It was so loving. Thank you.
That's magic. I sailed a wild, wild sea, climbed up a tall, tall mountain. I met an old man beneath a weeping willow tree. He said, now if you got some questions, go and lay them at my feet. But my time here's brief, so you'll have to pick just three. And I said, what do you do with the pieces of a broken heart? How can a man like me remain in the light? If life is really as short as they say, then why is the night so long? Then the sun went down and he sang for me this song. See, I once was a young fool like you, afraid to do the things that I knew I had to do. So I played an escapade just like you. I played an escapade just like you. I sailed a wild, wild sea, climbed up a tall, tall mountain. I met an old man. He sat beneath the sapling tree. He said, now if you got some questions, go and lay them at my feet. But my time here's brief, so you'll have to pick just three. And I said, what do you do with the pieces of a broken heart? How can a man like me remain in the light? If life is really as short as they say, then why is the night so long? Then the sun went down and he sang for me this song. broken heart. How can a man like me remain in the light? If life is really as short as they say, then why is the night so long? Then the sun went down and he sang for me this song.
You said I'll be alright, but you don't really know now, do you? And you said you'd be all mine, but you don't really know now, do you? You don't really know, do you?
I was young and throwing my weight around. When the rain came, we never made a sound.
We just let it all pour down. All I needed was a shoulder for the weeping suns and moons to spin me through the year. What I got was less a reason for the speaking, a Himalaya of dishonesty, a Niagara of deceit.
I still wilt in the glare of your failing light. Do I care? Do I care? Do I care?
I might.
I'm still lost in the tide of a bygone dream.
Only you know what I mean. Am I nothing but the camphor in your garden, a camisole of carbon and blue? You leave me heaving in the street where this all started, and I'll part the endless highway. I'll walk the long white line.
I've a heavy tread and I take my time. All I gave is yours, all you leave is mine.
Thank you. Usually this is where I would say that we're entering the sad portion of the evening, sad songs, but they're all sad. Each and every one. Sometimes I joke that the next ones have cello, super sad, melancholy instrument, an acoustic guitar, and sad, sad words. But they all do. They all have that. So it's just a sad, sad night of sad, sad music.
Any of you guys get sad from time to time?
Tonight.
Yeah. A couple of you, all right. Statistically, it's a lot more of you than that, but... Anyone just generally happy all the time? All right, one person.
The rest are afraid to say so.
That checks out.
Well, we need everyone for that balance. So I'm glad you're all here. 95% saddies and one happy.
All right, we're gonna take you to the Sadie Hawkins dance. 7 crows in a dying tree woke me up at dawn. Like a black Cadillac with the windows down. Already gone. Already gone. 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 Sleep, sleep, walking on a tethered rope, leaning on a dream, and a need to feed the reader every word I wrote but didn't mean. And it gets hard to lay your anger down, and it gets hard to make a tender sound, and it gets harder keeping me around, don't I know it? Is it real, this feeling? Did I believe it into being? Am I really real? 'Cause it gets harder every season, and I sink deeper down, down. Man, it gets hard to lay your anger down, and it gets hard to make a tender sound, and it gets harder keeping me around, don't I know? Man, it gets hard to lay your anger down, and it gets hard to make a tender sound, and it gets harder keeping me around, don't I know?
It was really nice of Troy to just consistently detune his guitar for our sake. That's a selfless thing to do, and there is a code among musicians, and if you're the opener, you're expected to just fuck up a little bit throughout the set, and I really appreciate you, Troy. All jokes aside, it's a joy to know Troy, and to me he's like a local legend. To us, he's a local Vermont legend. We've only met him here, and then we just know him online, and he's both hilarious and really kind and talented, and so that's a really good combination. That's like the best triple threat you can be. So. Yeah, please keep in touch with him and look out for his new record, and it's going to be great. And he writes sad songs too, so we're down with that. That's just for the vibe. Yeah, for a while we were only writing really sad songs, and then for our last record we decided, let's keep writing sad songs, but make them sound as if they're happier songs. So we have these songs that, like, if you didn't listen to the words, you'd be like, oh, this is like windows down, kind of cruising on the highway kind of song. And then you listen to the words and you're like, shit. It's not that kind of song. It's like a drive your convertible off a cliff kind of song.
Wow.
Sorry.
Wow, you really brought it lower than it was with the cliff thing. Sorry about him. Has anyone ever really had to drive with their windows down on the highway, though? Because that's really not pleasurable. And we have this horrible truck that is going to break down at any dump run, the next one. And then we're going to be stranded at the dump, probably. But it doesn't have AC, and this was our primary car for a little while. Windows down on the highway isn't cool or fun. So I just can't stop thinking about that since you said it.
Yeah, it's really loud. It's like, they romanticize it in the movies.
It's not it.
Yeah, that truck also didn't have heat. So, Maine winters, and it's currently sitting in our lawn, broken down. We have to jump it. So when we get home on Monday, that's what we're going to do.
Then we're going to go to the dump, and then we're going to move there.
Yeah. There's a lot of cool shit at the dump. Some of our best finds.
We could make a life there.
Yeah, easy. All right.
Okay. Let's do music.
All right, this is another sad song, but we didn't write it, so there's that.
Get your boat to England, baby, maybe to Spain. Wherever I have gone, wherever I've been and gone, wherever I've gone, the blues run out for whiskey, baby, send out for gin. Me and room service, honey. Me and room service, babe. Me and room service, but we're living a life of sin. When I'm not drinking, baby, you are on my mind. When I'm not sleeping, honey. When I ain't sleeping, mama. When I'm not sleeping, well, you know you'll find me crying. Try another city, baby, another town. Wherever I've gone, wherever I've been and gone, wherever I've gone, the blues come following down. Living is a gamble, baby, loving's much the same. Wherever I have played, wherever I throw them dice, wherever I have played, the blues run the game. Maybe tomorrow, honey, someplace down the line, I'll wake up older, so much older, wake up older, and I'll stop all my trying. Catch a boat to England, baby, maybe to Spain. Wherever I have gone, wherever I've been and gone, wherever I have gone, the blues are all the same.
We recently played a show in Seattle, Washington, and we played that song, and there's a line in the song that's like, when I'm not drinking, baby, you are on my mind. And like 30 people in the crowd just started laughing. I was like, that is not that funny of a line.
Yeah, that was weird. That was a weird moment. Burst into laughter.
It was like, I get it if one person maybe, you know, sees something funny in it, or they have an inside joke, but this was like 30 people in different
didn't know each
parts
other.
of the crowd. They weren't communicating.
Glad you guys are cool and you didn't think that was funny.
Alcoholism is not funny. There's a voice that pulls me stumbling through a symphony, and the less of it I need, the more I get, till I'm swept up by the shape of all the centuries that can echo in the chambers of my chest. I think she fears I'll be a servant to my history, or worse, I'll cave to someone else's misplaced doubts. So I try too hard to kill what's out to kill me, till I'm blind and hiding in the lion's mouth. And the words she aches to hear pour through my canyon, and they're singing in the caverns of my limb. Though I do my best to try to understand them, they only follow me like vultures in the end. I once read that I should write something worth reading, or I should do something worth writing about. But as my years, they buzz like bees upon the ceiling, I start to pour a little more than I'm allowed. So I set our hearts no deeper seasons than our memories. She said this harvest might sustain us for a year. And of all the 1,000 ways the world could tempt me, I never met a better fighter than her fear. So as I try to breathe the air that she is breathing, we dance a lightless dance upon my floor. I am burning to tell her she's all I'm needing, but I'm drowned out by all the noise outside the door. Carried by the current of the morning, miles below the surface of the dawn. This is not the place that I was born in, but that doesn't mean it's not the place where I belong. We don't need it. Is it clear to see that now in the driving rain, with the river running wild? We don't want it. Put a name back on it now, with the sun gone down and the river running wild. Come see me in the morning.
Come see me in the morning.
And I hold my head up high. What I need to understand is how hope fits in my hand. Then I'll hold it tight all through the night. I don't buy it. There's no need to try it out, and I won't pretend that we're dancing in the dark. So just be honest, like a child again somehow, 'cause you can't go back with the river running wild. So come see me in the morning, and I'll hold my head up high. What I need to understand is how hope fits in my hand, and I'll hold it tight all through the night. What I need to understand is how hope fits in my hand, and I'll hold it tight all through the night. Don't hold yourself like that, 'cause you'll hurt your knees. I kissed your mouth and back, that's all I need. Don't build your world around volcanoes, melt you down. What I am to you is not real. What I am to you, you do not need. What I am to you is not what you mean to me. You give me miles and miles of mountains, and I asked for the sea.
Don't throw yourself like that in front of me. I kissed your mouth, your back. Is that all you need? Don't drag my love around. Volcanoes melt me down. What I am to you
Is not real. What I am to you, you do not need. What I am to you is not what you mean to me. You give me miles and miles of mountains, and I ask for what I give to you. It's just what I'm going through. This is nothing new. No, no, just another phase of finding what I really need. Is what makes me bleed like a new disease. Oh, she's still too young. Thank you so much for being here. I'd like to thank Cooper for running sound back there. Give him a big hand. Keep that going for Travis, too, for taking good care of us tonight. And your bartenders over there, please remember to tip. Don't forget. These two things are all about, tipping bartenders and no bunched rugs. And of course, Troy again. Please give him another hand. We got one more song. It's a new one. We'll see how it goes. Wishing we were more or less than friends, and in the end, you get what you negotiate. In my head, you take off your shirt and get into my bed, and we talk about death like it's not in the room. Fall in love with anything. Life is too brief to fall in love with anything. Don't be naive, don't fall in love with anything. Don't be naive, don't fall in love with anything. There it is again, the meaning of an ordinary end. We both pretend,
then just see each other less and less and less and less.
The mildest dose of nothingness, like holding a deer that is dead by the antler,
or spending a year all alone in New Hampshire,
or kissing the mouth that refuses to answer. It's bleak, is it not? It's a boring disaster. Too brief to fall in love with anything. Life is too brief to fall in love with anything. Don't be naive, don't fall in love with anything. Don't be naive, don't fall in love with anything. I know the heart has its own entropy. 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 I know the like a wave on a rock.
There's a shadow falling around me, hiding in the light of day. I don't know how it found me, but it knows me in a wicked way. Drives me like a Chevrolet. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Now my voice doesn't sound like it used to when the world was just a one-horse town. Maybe that's an excuse to keep me guarded while I run around, so I never live it down, dissolve before I drown. But the days got short and the nights wore on. Words came out, but they all felt wrong. I didn't know it, but I needed it all along. The pain is just a part of me. Ooh, 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 ooh. These days I feel like a stranger, wear my laughter like a bad disguise. Oh, but everybody knows I'm in danger. They can see it in my eyes, in the harsh light of surprise, when the tenderness subsides. Maybe I was born when this past me died, so the songs I sing never sound like mine. I didn't know it, but I needed it every time. Pain is just a part of me. There's a shadow falling around me, hiding in the light of day. I don't know how it found me, but it knows me in a wicked